Hello everyone, Justin Patton here, communication skills coach. And so I've been thinking this weekend, how do you handle stress? And how do you react to it when you're under a really highly intense situation? Because I've always believed that our true character always comes bubbling up to the surface in those moments of stress. It's easy to be laid back and compassionate and a good listener when things are going well, but how do we show up when things are hard? It's a lot harder to be compassionate and a great listener and empathetic when we're in tough situations, when a client's yelling at us, when our partner's really mad or not speaking to us, or when somebody does something we think's inappropriate. It's in those moments that are hard, those moments of stress, that truly define how we show up and how we communicate and how we are going to be perceived as leaders. So I had this theory. It is completely not reliable and not validated. But I kind of have this theory about how people drive their cars. And you can tell a lot by someone by how they drive their car. And let me explain why. So I don't know where you think the worst drivers in America are, but I have a theory on that. And I hope I don't offend any of my friends from Miami. But Miami by far has the worst driving I've ever experienced in the United States. Worse than Chicago, New York, California, Los Angeles, all that. And so whether it's Miami or whether it's where you are, you know what it's like in those moments where somebody does something that really makes you mad. So whether it's cutting you off or when they speed up the side of your car and they know you're trying to get over and they won't let you over, right? Or when I was in Chicago, the one thing that would always happen, the light would be red. And the moment it turned green, honk, people were honking their horn. I'm like, oh my gosh, give people a chance. So there's always things when people are driving that are happening and you're constantly having to react to the environment around you. But the difference is there's two types of people. The one person is the person when those moments happen that become high stress, or someone cuts you off, or someone's honking at you, or someone's doing something that offends you, where you start to react. You make up a story about that individual and you believe that their intent was deliberate, and then a lot of times we act deliberately malicious, or we react and we yell or we do something and we retaliate back. That's the first person. Or the second person is the person that refuses to make up a story about that person's intent. They acknowledge that everyone makes mistakes and they choose to respond in a different way. And I believe that type of reaction, whether we're in a car, shows up in all parts of our life. The way that we lead teams or the way that we show up in our relationships. Because in moments in our life, we're going to face stress. And we're going to have moments where we don't like what's happening. And our true character is going to start bubbling up to the surface in those moments. And I get the opportunity to be a witness to my own character. And so what I mean by that is I think we all have to start being a witness to our own character. Acknowledge how are we responding when we're driving in our car and there's a bunch of traffic or there's stress? And can I call myself higher? Can I choose to respond in a different way versus creating a story about the person, versus choosing to create a story about what their intent was, and acknowledge and just respond differently. And I think that goes back to just increasing our emotional self-awareness and our emotional self-management. Because it truly, at the end of the day, it makes us better leaders, makes us better parents, makes us better partners in all parts of our lives. So remember, life is just a bunch of full of choices, and every choice that we get to make gets us either closer or further away from being the person we want to be. So I hope that gives you something to think about. I want you to test how you're reacting today or responding when you're in your car driving home from work, all right? So if no one tells you today they believe in you, know that I believe in you. Hope you have a great day, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye.